In today's market, 50 applications used to get you an interview, but now you need 200. But doing that manually will burn you out before you even get a call back. Most people say you need quantity over quality. But the truth is, in 2025 going into 2026, you need both quality and quantity. I run an AI community of over 200 plus members and help businesses implement AI strategies every day. And I'm going to show you how to create a custom system that finds jobs, rates them, and creates custom cover letters and resumes, and organize everything in one Google Sheet so you can apply to 200 plus jobs daily without losing your mind or burning out. Anyways, enough of the talking. Let's get into it. Well, before we get started, there's one thing we need to make clear, and that thing is your job preference, because without your job preference, the workflow is just going to pull random jobs, and that is going to end up wasting your time. And think of job preferences like your salaries, your location preferences, the deal breakers, the nice to haves and must haves too as well. This prompt that I'll be showing you in a bit is designed to squeeze and extract every single preferences you have for that specific job, so that all of these data can be applied to the workflow, which we'll get into in a bit. But first, let's work on this prompt. And for you to access this prompt, all you have to do is click the first link in the description below, join the Builders Lab community. Once you're there, go over to tools and resources, scroll all the way down till you find the job applicant assistant. Once you're here, you just want to copy this job preference prompt template, copy it, which we have here, and just drop it into any LLM model. Here I'm using ChatGPT. You can use Claude or Gemini, but the prompt is designed to extract every single preference you might have regarding the specific job role you're looking for. So we can see here, what job titles are you interested in? Let's say software development. For industries, anyone is fine. And what's your preferred work environment? Let's say hybrid, actually. And where would you like to work? Let's say London. Your target salary doesn't matter. Well, it's gonna matter for a lot of people, but this is just an example. So yeah, what's my experience level? I'm gonna say mid-level, and then perfect. So we're gonna get output 1 and output 2. I'll give you a bit more clarity on why we need these two outputs, but the purpose of these two outputs is so that we can use this data in order to refine our search query when we are searching for the jobs using the workflow and also rating them. And let's say you change your preferences, you can always copy this prompt from the community. It's gonna be here always, and paste it and go through all of the questions again, and it's gonna give you output 1 and output 2 like this. So once we have this, now we are gonna go into building the workflow that makes you wake up with curated jobs found just for your preferences. So let's go over to Anything. But before we get into building the workflow, there's one thing I need to show you, which is this Google Sheet here. Think of this like your command center. All of your jobs will be added here, and all you have to do every morning is simply just go on here, and you can see you're gonna get job titles, company, location, job type, salary, job description, job link, rating, personalized resume for that job, and the cover letter. And also you're going to get the recruiter's email so that you can also send an email to the recruiters, and that is going to make you stand out. And I don't think much people do this and leverage on this opportunity, because the recruiter's email isn't cluttered up with job applications. They probably have, let's say, the company you're looking to work with, they probably have, let's say, an email where all of the job applications go through. So by doing this, you're talking directly with the person that is going to hire you. But not just that, This gives you a quick high-level overview so that every day in the morning, let's say if you're going to apply to 15 jobs or 200 jobs, you can quickly filter this command center or this Google Sheet by maybe the job rating. Let's say out of 10, you just want to apply to jobs that the AI rates 8 or higher, and that makes sure that you're applying to quality jobs. But not just that, you have a lot of quantity. So as I've said, we need both quantity and quality, and that is needed in the year 2025 and going into 2026. But enough of the talking. I know you want to get started into building this, so let's head back over to N8N. And the first node that we want to add is this on a schedule node, and the whole point of this node is that it schedules your workflow to run based on, let's say, whether that be every day, every week, every month, or custom depending on you. So you can see here, you can make it trigger based on days interval or even hourly. If you want to scrape, let's say 10 jobs every hour or 10 jobs every day or 10 jobs every week. So let's make it into weekly here, and we want it to trigger every Sunday. And you can set the hour, but let's just keep it by 5 a.m. because we want all of our jobs scraped before we wake up, so that once we wake up, we have fresh jobs that we can apply to. And trigger minute, this, if you want a specific minute, let's say by 5:15 a.m., you can add it here, but I'm going to leave this empty here. Then once you have the schedule trigger set, next up is that we need to set how many jobs we want to scrape based on this time duration. So we want to add the set fields node, and then I call it custom values, and we're going to add variable called none of jobs, and we're going to make it an integer, a number. We're going to set it to 10. And now that we know when to scrape the jobs and the number of jobs to scrape, we need to know where to find these jobs and the type of jobs that we need to scrape. And where we're going to find these jobs is the platform Indeed. And the way we're going to scrape it off of Indeed is using this API file scraper we have here, which is called the Indeed Job Scraper PPR, which was made by Borderline, which you can see here. And for context, if you don't know what API file is, it's a software where you get access to actors that scrape websites for you, whether that be TikTok, LinkedIn, or Instagram. But in this case, we're going to be scraping Indeed, and you can see the price here. In order for you to scrape 1,000 jobs, it's going to cost you $5, but this is going to be free, because if you go to the pricing here, you can see that API gives the free account holders $5 every month in spending credits. And if you go back here, you can see we can scrape 1,000 jobs completely for free. So what you want to do is, I'm going to provide this link in the same page that you're going to get access to the job preference template that we used in ChatGPT. Not just that, but the Google Sheets command center, which you can see here. So you want to get access to that, create an account with API. Once you do that, you want to go over here. Then once you're here, scroll all the way down, and we're going to use this using URLs instead of search query. And remember, we got a URL from ChatGPT, so we want to copy this, come over here, and just paste it right here. And what you want to do is just click on save, so that we can access this particular actor over in our N8N API node. But there's one more thing we need to do. So let's quickly clear out this thing here. We don't need this. We don't need this. Oh, it's going to be empty for you, but if it's not empty, just clear them out, because we're not going to use this. And once we have this set up, let's put in 10 here. We're going to change it. But just come over to JSON here, and we're going to keep this page here for now. What you want to do is go back to the N8N application and add 2 more fields. So we're going to add a DG URL here. And the next thing we want to add is job reference underscore summary. Then what we want to do is go back to the ChatGPT chat, to N8N, paste the Indeed URL here, go back, get the job preference summary, go back and paste it here. And once we do that, let's just click on execute so that we can get the variables to the next node. And next thing is that we want to get access to our CV. So make sure your CV is well made and it's in Google Sheet. I have a CV here. It's not mine, but I just created a synthetic one. And you can see here, we're going to use this for the demo. And what you want to do is search for Google Docs and click on Get Document. And you want to set up your credentials. And in order for you to set up your Google credentials, all you have to do is go to console.cloud.google.com and click on New Project here. I'm going to put Google Docs. Click on Create. Give it some time. It's going to create the project now. And once it's done, click on Select Project, which you are already in it, and search for Google Docs API. Once you get that, just click on it here, click on Enable. And once you're here, you want to go over to the OAuth consent screen, click on Get Started. For the app name, we're going to put anything. For the user email, you want to put in your email. Then we're going to put external because that's the only one we have access to. Then we're going to put email again, continue, and click on Create. Then once that's done, we're going to go over to branding, scroll all the way down, and we need to add our authorized domain. Our authorized domain, if you're using a self-hosted version of Anyten, it's basically this part. One sec. This part before the slash. And if you're using the cloud hosted version of Anyten, it's going to be anyten.cloud. So just go back to your Anyten and just copy this, go back to the Google console page or Google Cloud page, paste it here. And once that's done, just click on save, go on to audience now. And here is the important part. We need to add the email where, let's see, this Google Docs is located. So if it's located in your personal email or your work email, you need to add that email here as a test user. So just click on save. You want to make sure that it's added. Then you want to come over to clients, click on create clients, click on application type and select web application. Then go back to your Anyten. I know there's a lot of moving parts, but once you set this up, that's it. So when you come over here, click on create credentials, then copy your OAuth redirect URL here and paste it here. Then click on create. And what you're going to get here is that you're going to get a client ID and a client secret. Copy your client ID, go back to Anyten, paste the client ID. Wait one sec, let's get the client secret and paste it. Click on save, click on sign in with Google, select the email that you added as a test user, click on continue, select all here and click on continue, and you can see connection has been done successfully. Once you've done that, your Google Docs has been connected up with Anyten, and all you have to do now is go over to the document, copy this URL here, go back to Anyten and paste it here. And once we execute this step, we're going to get the document over here. Okay, so I copied the wrong one, but that is basically how you do it. I'm going to get the right document here. I'm going to use the CV document. I paste it here, click on execute. And yeah, we can see we have our CV document here. So once we have that in our Anyten workflow, you want to search for the API node and you want to click on run actor and get dataset. If you can remember, I asked you to click on save here so that it saves to your account, and in order for you to get your API key, all you have to do is go to settings, go to API here and create a new token. And once you've copied your token, you want to go back home here, and if you can remember, if we go to JSON, we're going to have this. We're going to keep this here for now. Let's go back to Anyten, create a new credential, paste in our token and just click on save. And that's it. It's way easier than the Google one that we just did. So we're going to come over here, and because you saved that actor from your API account, you're going to get access to it from this list. And once you've gotten that, you want to go back, copy this JSON quickly, come back to N8N and paste it right here. And what you want to do now is, if we can remember, we set some custom values here. I'm going to drag and drop them. Okay. Then for the jobs URL, you just want to get the Indeed URL and paste it right here. And once you've done that, this node is set up, and all you have to do is click on execute step. And what it's going to do now is, in the background, it's going to go through Indeed and scrape jobs from this URL here. So I've been running this for the past 10 minutes, and it seems that this actor in particular isn't working at the time of this recording. But by the time this video is out, the actor should be good and running perfectly fine. So you can still use this actor, and if you want to use this actor, you can get access to the complete template that we will be building in the same page inside the Builders Lab community, which you can download here and import if you don't want to build all of this. But it seems like this actor in particular isn't working. So what we're going to do is that we're going to pause this right here. We're going to find another actor, and that's a good thing about Apify, because it gives us a lot of options. So let's search for Indeed again. Let's see, which one do we have? Let's put the pricing model as pay per result. This one seems good. And what we're going to do is, okay, to remove all of this. Let's remove all of this as well. And let's use this. Let's make it 10. And let me save this so that we can use it in our N8N application. And then we can simply add the URL by just going over here, copying the Indeed URL, going to Indeed, going back to Apify, then paste it here. Then all you have to do is just go here, copy this JSON right here, go back to N8N, open this, select the new one, the thing. Perfect, we have it here, and you can see this is one of the benefits of using Apify. You can easily change if one doesn't work. Let's switch this, use this Indeed template here. Let's use number of jobs here. That's it. So all we have to do now is click on execute, and that's hope this one works. And it worked. And we can see here we got a lot of information. We get the salary here, which is null. Well, that is fine. You get the job type, the company, location, URL of the job, the description of the job, and perfect for us. That's everything we need. So now that we have scraped the job, we need to vet the jobs that we scraped, even though we still used the URL that was made specifically for us. We still have to vet it and rate it out of 10, so that eventually when you're in the command center here, you just apply to jobs that are rated 8 or higher, or let's say 6 or higher. That's completely up to you, but you get the logic. So what you want to do here is search for the basic LLM chain, and once you have that, it's going to get automatically connected up. And for the model, we want to use Open Router. And if you don't know what Open Router is, like here, it's a platform where you can get access to multiple AI versions, closed source and open source, and it gives you one centralized hub that you can get access to all of these APIs through one API and one API body too as well. So we're gonna go over here, add credits to your account, then go over to keys and get an API key. And once you've gotten the API key, you're gonna come back over to N8N, click on create new credential here and paste in your API key here. But I already have mine set up. And for the model that we're going to use is that we're going to use the new DeepSeek model, which is cost efficient, because imagine running this on GPT-5 Pro. It's going to take up all the credits because we're going to be scraping thousands of jobs, not tens of thousands. So we need to make sure we're using a cost efficient model, and the DeepSeek model gets the job done for us. So we want to search it up here, and we want to use the DeepSeek 3.2. And once we have that set up, we want to set up two things now. Come over here, click on define below. Then what you want to do is add a system prompt. And in order for you to get access to the system prompt, what you have to do, as I've said, is come over to the job rating system prompt, and you can get a copy of it here. And what we want to do is come back. Once you've copied it, come back here, just paste it, and we can see the prompt starts with a system role, which basically says you are a job matching evaluator, and your whole task is to rate the job against the user's preference on a scale of 0 and 10. So here is where we're going to drop the user preference. We get here, drop it here, perfect. And that is basically it for this one. And in the same document, you're going to get access to the user prompt. So make sure to copy that, go back to NHM, paste it. Then you want to get the title of the job, which you can get it here, position name and location, you can get it here. Then the salary range, this time it's none. But for the other 10 items, because it's 10 jobs, you can see there's 10 items. It's definitely going to be jobs with the salary there. And for the job description, if you come here, you're going to get that, and that looks perfect for us. So all we're going to do now is one more thing is click on require specific output, come back here, and we want to make sure that we get a JSON structured output. Just straight to the point, just come here, add rating here, then let's add an example, and let's just click on 10. Actually, let's make it an integer. Perfect. All you want to do now is just click on this, and what is currently happening is that you can see is going through all of the 10 jobs and rating them out of 10. And perfect, we just finished, and you can see, let's see, out of the 10 items, you can see we have one that got a 2 rating, but we have 2 that have a 2 rating, but we have 9 here, 8, 7, 9. So you can see this is how we vet the job, so that when you go to your command center, you're not going to waste time. All you have to do is you're going to sort it by the rating and just apply to the jobs that have the highest rating, which are going to be jobs that you prefer yourself, because it's rated against your job preference. Up next is, I would say, the best part of the system, which creates the custom cover letters and the custom resumes that you send to the recruiters or you even apply to the job with. And each one is specific to each job, or should I say personalized for each job. And that is why we get our CV, if you can remember, from our Google Docs. So we're going to use the CV as a base. Then we're going to get the job details, and we're going to create a custom specialized resume and cover letter for each job. So what we're going to do now is add another basic LLM chain. Click on define below. We don't need to require specific output. We need to put in the system prompt, and this is going to be available in the Builders Lab community. Copy this here, then go over to message, click on expression, open it right here and paste it. And for this prompt, you can see it just says that you are a professional resume writer. Create tailored resumes that highlight the candidate's most relevant skills and experience for specific job opportunities. So what we want to do here is get our CV document content here and just drag and drop it here. And this is the whole prompt. It goes in depth, but What we're going to do now next is copy the user prompt from the same document, because if you scroll down, we can see prompt here. So make sure to copy that. Go back to your N8N application, click on expressions, open this tab and drag and drop it here. For the job title, we're basically going to do the same thing like we did in the AI rating one. Actually, to save us some time, here's what we're going to do. So just copy this here, come back here, and okay, that doesn't work because it's not the node immediately before it, so we're not even saving time. So just click on position here, job type, we can see it's this one here. For the location, doesn't change, we have as London. For the salary, it's null. As I've said, other jobs are definitely gonna have the salary. The reason why you're seeing null is that probably in the job specification on Indeed, it doesn't have a salary set on there, so it has to do with the company's job posting rather than this workflow in particular. Then what we're gonna get is the description finally, and drag and drop it here. Once we have that, we need to add the brains that is gonna create the custom resume for us. So same open router like before, we already have the credentials set up, and make sure you use the DeepSeek, not the OpenAI models, because it's gonna run through your credits ASAP. So let's choose a DeepSeek 3.2 and just click on this, and this one typically takes time because the output is longer than this. For example, as you can see, it just did the first one and it's gonna go through and do all of the 10. While it's doing that, let's go ahead and set up the cover letter prompt. So let's go ahead here, type in basic LLM chain, click on define below. We can copy this prompt here because then what we are going to do is go back to the Builders Lab community so that we can get the prompts for the cover letter. So make sure you copy it, go back to N8N, then come in here, click on add prompt, click on expression, and drag and drop this. And if we can remember, we can't access the previous node because there's an execution running. We can just copy this right here, come back here. Actually, we can just drag and drop it. Anyone is fine. Just paste it here and let's run this way actually, and open router DeepSeek v 3.2 and let's execute this. And while that is executing, we can review our output. So we can see this just created a resume for each of the jobs. So we can see this is resume 3, 4, and all of them. You can see all of them here, and perfect. And you can see this one is processing too as well. And while that is processing, what we're going to do is log all of these information into this command center, which you can get access to it as well by clicking on here. And once you get it, just make a copy and you're going to have your own version of this. So once you have this, you're going to have to set up your Google Sheets credentials again. So just go back to console.cloud.google, the same one that we just set up, and all you have to do is just search up for Google Sheets API, the same project as well, and make sure this is enabled. And once it's enabled, you can use the same client secret and same client ID, and all you have to do is just click on Google Sheets here, click on append or update row, click on create new credentials, paste in your client ID, your client secret, click on save, and once you click on save, you're going to see sign in with Google. Follow through with that and you're going to be good to go. Just make sure you're using the same project that we used in the Google Docs one. We already have my Google Sheet set up here. Let's review the output. So you can see the cover letter has made 10 which is perfect. And what you want to do now, as I've said, is go back to our Google Sheets node, search for this Google Sheet that you just created in your own local account. Click on Sheet here, click on Sheet 1. And for columns to match on, you want to use job link, because all of these columns are not unique. The only one is job link. So in case, let's say, the workflow scrapes an updated version of a job post, it's just going to find the job link and update the rest of the columns. So you want to use job link here, and for us to get the job link, you want to go over to the API run that we just did, and you can see here this is the external apply link, which you can just apply to straight up. But this is what we want to get. So you want to drag and drop this, and for the job title, this one right here, let's see, for the company is this one. For the location, this one is just straight to the point. And for job type, you can see it's full-time. For salary, you can see it here. Now for the job description, you can scroll all the way down. All right, drag and drop it here. For the rating, I'm gonna come over to this one and drag it here. For the personalized resume, you can drag and drop it here. Cover letter. See, if this one in particular gives us the recruiter's email. So this actor in particular does not give us access to the recruiter's email, unlike the other actor. If you were to go back, this one that we tried but didn't work, but by the time that you're watching this video, it should be working fine. And if you want to get access to the workflow that has this actor in particular, all you have to do is click on this template Google Drive link and just download it, which you can do by coming here and clicking on download. And all you have to do is go to a blank template and click on import from file, and you're gonna have the full complete workflow, everything here, except that we're using this API node that gives us access to the recruiter's email, so that you can send emails to the recruiters directly. But if you don't care about that, you can still use this API actor, which is completely fine and what we're using in this tutorial. So let's go back here, and I believe you've set up all of the nodes, and all you have to do is click on execute, give it some time, and it just finished. So if we were to go to our Google Sheet, and perfect, we'll see everything has been filled for us. You can see the title, the company, the location, the job type, and for salary, we can see this one gives us access to the salary range, which you can see here and here too as well, which are good. And we can see the job description here. If you want to get more information about the job, you can see here. Perfect. And then if you want the job link and you want to apply, all you have to do is click on it, and it takes you directly to the job link, which you can see here. Perfect. And another thing, go back, you can see the job rating. This gives us an 8 rating, which means is high on the scale because it's extremely similar to our job preference. And we can see our personalized resume here that has been made based on our CV. As you can see here, professional summary, professional experience, education, perfect. And for the cover letter, you can see here, it just made a good looking cover letter. But if we're using the other actor, we'll get the recruiter's email, and obviously you can add your application status so that you can track your applications. And that's it. You now have a system ready to go and set up that finds jobs for you, rates them according to your preferences, and creates custom resumes and cover letters so that you can focus on what matters the most, which is landing the interviews. I know job hunting is hard, but this makes it manageable, and we all know that the market isn't getting any easier. And as I've told you, you can grab the NA10 template, if you don't want to go through all of this headache and hiccup of building the workflow, I've already built it for you, and all you have to do is download it and import it into your N8N application. Not just that, but once you join the community, you get access to the other 200 members, like-minded builders. Not just that, but you can ask any question, and there are weekly live call sessions where we open calls and we build workflows and answer questions that anybody might have. And if you're a business and you're lost in this AI world, you can definitely click the second link in the description below and book a call with my team, and we can get you started with that. Well, that's it from me. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment if you have any questions. I'm Ahmed, and I'll see you in the next one.